everyone, and welcome inside Slee Hall for a brand new episode of Leatherneck Insider. I'm Austin Holznagel.
And I'm Ben Polanka. If you haven't made it to Western Hall for women's basketball this year, you've been missing out. Reagan McCowan has been dominating on the court, and it's this week's Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week. Here's more with this explosive freshman.
Hello everyone, my name is Austin Holznagel and I'm here at Western Hall with this week's Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week, Reagan McCowan. First off, Reagan, congrats on not only being Leatherneck Insider Athlete of the Week, but also being co-freshman and co-player of the week in the OVC. Tell me about your fantastic start to the season and what's made it look so easy out there on the court.
I would definitely say just putting the work in every day in practice and having great teammates who give you the ball. That's honestly most of it. I mean, I would not be performing like I am without them. So definitely teammates and putting in the hard work in practice.
Yeah, the team looks fantastic this season, and you've been off, like I said, to a fantastic start. 18 points per game with 7 rebounds and nearly 50% true shooting. And when I've been watching you, it seems like you play with a lot of emotion out there on the court. What do you do to get ready and prepare for each game each week?
Well, I think it's funny that you say that. Most of my teammates say when I go out and play, I have a pretty straight face. But I would say this last game was definitely more probably emotion that I've ever let out in a game probably my whole life, and I think it's definitely because of that big in-state rivalry. But last game, I would say what we did to prepare ourselves was really get ourselves hyped up. I mean, we looked back at the score last year and we were like, there's no way. We're not letting that happen, not here in Western Hall. So I would say just looking back, kind of getting pumped up. We wanted revenge really bad, so that was the big thing.
Yeah, and that leads right into my next question. You guys basically flipped the script on NIU this year. It was really awesome to watch, and it was an all-around team performance. It wasn't just you. There was a lot of great performances like Kennedy Flanagan and Addie Brownfield showed up and showed out. What can you say about your team, and how excited are you to see what this team can accomplish this season?
I think that game honestly showed what type of team we can be the rest of the season. I think it was super exciting not only for us to see that and put it all together, but definitely for the rest of the fans and the coaches. I think that's what makes it really hard, like you said. I mean, it wasn't just me. I mean, the whole team had an absolute great all-around game. So I think that's what makes it really hard for other teams to scout us. It's like you can't really pinpoint a single person to kind of help off on or whatnot, because, I mean, all of us are going to show up every single night, and whether whoever leading scorer is, I mean, what's great about this team is no one really cares. It's whoever's showing up that night and whoever has the easiest matchup. So that's what's great about this team.
Yeah, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. It seems like you guys are a really close team, and and it's really, really fun to watch out there on the court.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, for Leatherneck Insider, I'm Austin Holznagel.
A lot of excitement surrounding both Reagan and this Leatherneck team. Head over to Western Hall on Monday as they host Stevens College. Tip-off is at 11 a.m.
In the women's dominating win against Northern Illinois, it was an all-around team performance. Reagan McCowan led the way with 23 points, followed by Addie Brownfield flirting with a quadruple-double, highlighted by 5 steals. Anna Dietz showed why she is a sharpshooter, going 5 for 7 from deep and tallying 21 points of her own. These performances were capped off by a perfect 7 for 7 performance off the bench from Kennedy Flanagan. 10 Leathernecks in total end the game with points. With all these weapons and only 5 starting spots, finding time on the court for all these players could be difficult, but is also a luxury head coach J.D. Gravina loves to have. Kobe Blackman has more.
The WIU women's basketball team started their season off with a record of 2-1 with blowout wins over Mount Mercy and NIU. Head coach J.D. Gravina loves the bench play and also believes there are many starters on the team.
I think that worked, but really in general, I mean, Mallory McDermott is, in my mind, almost a starter too. So it's kind of like we have 7 or 8 starters, and I think that's a really good way to look at it. But we also look, something I've talked to Mal about, how she's just like the perfect six man, because she comes in, she can knock down a shot, she can pick you up fast offensively. And then really, because we did spread out our minutes so much, they should be able to get in and play really hard, and it was fun to watch Lily. I mean, offensively, she's a really good player. I've talked to her about how she's there offensively, and she's continuing to improve her defense. I thought she had that really good steal. She had a good block shot, and so that's good to see out of her. So I think that depth's going to help. I think it's going to get harder moving forward because we do have so many kids that contribute, but yeah, we're going to need our kids to get into rhythm. So, you're going to have some good players that aren't playing at all or just playing spot minutes moving forward, and that's going to be hard to manage as a coach. And it's going to be hard for our players, but it's also a little bit of a good problem to have.
Because of the depth, head coach J.D. Gravina looks to find consistency in the team lineup.
I've done it both ways. I have changed up the starters. I'm definitely not someone who's scared to change up the starters. I think it's good early in the year for them to cope with, maybe I'm starting, maybe I'm not. I started this game, I got pulled out starting lineup, and learn how to deal with that early, as opposed to, starting the same people for 15 games and all of a sudden you've got to make a change and that person takes it really hard or doesn't know how to do that. So I would expect to see some changes with that, but usually we'll kind of get narrowed in on a consistent starting group.
I'm Kobe Blackman, reporter from Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Kobe. The Leathernecks are on the road to take on the Valparaiso Crusaders today at 1.
When we come back, WRU men's basketball had an impressive first home win, and volleyball wraps up their season and prepares for the OVC tournament. Don't go anywhere.
Not W?
It's not W, it's W. 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 That's what I've been stressing out about the most so far. It's saying W because I know it's something you're going to say right now. Yeah, we've been there.
They're like, we're waiting on, what are we waiting on?
They haven't said anything. So we're ready to go, we can start.
Hello everyone, I'm Will Thomas.
And I'm Dane McAlee. Welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider.
Welcome back to Leatherneck Insider. The WRU men's basketball team kicked off their home slate this season, hosted St. Ambrose this past weekend. With new head coach Chad Boudreau at the helm, I followed up with Boudreau after his first win as a head coach with WRU. WRU men's basketball head coach Chad Boudreau got his first win as a head coach against St. Ambrose, 94-59. Coach Boudreau tells us about his first win.
Yeah, it's in the end, it's not about me. It's about everybody else. It's about the team. It's about Western Illinois. I'm excited for everybody.
With a lot of new players on the team, Coach Boudreau wants to build his team and get them ready for conference play.
Ultimately, we're building towards second semester. We're building towards the conference. We just want to see improvement. By the time we hit December 31st at SIUE, we want to have a good rotation of 10 guys, but we're sorting through all that now, which is a good thing. Last year we knew who our top 5 was, we knew who our 6th man was, and after that, we were always trying to find somebody else. We have the guys. It's just on me and the coaches to get them in the right places to make them successful.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Ben Polanka. Leatherneck starts the 3-game road trip as they head to Valparaiso on Tuesday at 7 p.m.
WIU may have another star on their hands. Middle blocker Juliana Schmidt has been on a tear in the Ohio Valley Conference this season. Leatherneck Insider reporter Calvin Darnell has more.
Juliana Schmidt, the middle blocker of the WRU volleyball team, embodies everything it means to be a Leatherneck. In all facets of the game, from personal growth to team success, she is taking care of business in the 2023 season. The personal growth, however, has been something the OVC has not been able to stop. On the defensive side of the court, Schmidt has already doubled her blocks from last year. On the offensive side of the court, Schmidt has already recorded 4 times as many kills in 2023 compared to 2022.
I'd say having a setter this year and being mentally focused for every run.
And taking her game to another level, Schmidt has fought harder and harder every single day of the season to become 1% better than the day before. Whether it is being cerebral in the film room or going hard in the weight room, Schmidt backs down from no challenges. In her second year under head coach Dale Starr, it seems as though Juliana has completely bought in.
Just based on watching film and what we're looking at on the other side, that next week we're preparing and using our game plans and everything.
Schmidt only has 1 more year to represent the Leathernecks. She keeps her eyes on this year, however, as the Leathernecks gear up for a potential run in the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament.
I think we're maintaining now and just gonna keep working on what we've been working on and perfecting it.
For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Calvin Darnell.
Thank you, Calvin, and congratulations to Juliana on an amazing season.
The WIU volleyball team swept Tennessee State last weekend. In the first match, Western won 3 sets, while in the second match, they won in 4. With that, we want to wish a special congratulations to the WIU volleyball team. For the first time since the 2012 season, the Leathernecks are back in the tournament. The conference tournament will start tomorrow and run through Wednesday, November 22nd. Best of luck, Leathernecks.
The WIU women's golf team made 2 big pickups on National Signing Day. Landing Sienna Law and Caroline Carr, coming all the way from Canada. Law is a 3-time junior club champion as well as the Alberta Junior Open champion. Carr, on the other hand, is an Illinois native attending Lincoln Way East High School. Carr has led her high school to state sectionals and was also a 2-time medalist in her final year at the high school level. The Leathernecks hope for a good spring season and more future success.
The WIU Hall of Fame added 2 new golfers this year, Tim String, and this week men's golf highlights Kyle Peterman. Peterman started his college career at Memphis University before transferring to Western to play for the next 3 years. He would then make an immediate impact here at Western by being named Conference Golfer of the Year in the 2007-2008 season. Peterman was also awarded All-Conference 3 years from 2007-2010. Peterman left his mark here at Western, setting 2 school records, the lowest 18-hole round and the lowest 54-hole round, both which he set in his final year here at WIU. Peterman was the most recent golfer after String to qualify for the NCAA tournament. Both men's golfers have been inducted into the 2023 WIU Hall of Fame this October. Congratulations, Peterman and String, on their induction.
On the other side of this break, we head to cross country where one Leatherneck received an OVC honor. Stay tuned to find out who.
Western Illinois University. Our beginnings in 1902 focused on providing affordable teacher education training. We've changed with the times and excelled through the years. Today, Western is positioned for the next 100 years and beyond. Affordability of diverse academic programs, outstanding learning opportunities, and hands-on experiences provide excellent job placement for our graduates. This is Western, forever Western.
Welcome back. Leatherneck Insider wants to congratulate Logan Lamel for being recognized as OVC Scholar Athlete. Leatherneck Insider reporter Aiden Wolczewski has more.
If you put your mind to it, you can achieve anything. This week, cross-country athlete Logan Lamel was recognized during men's basketball by being one of the 6 athletes who have earned the Ohio Valley Championship Scholar Athlete Award. The Ohio Valley Conference Athlete Award is very prestigious. It is handed to both male and female athletes. In order to qualify, candidates must maintain a minimum GPA of 3.5 and must also show outstanding leadership as an athlete, student, and by taking part in college or community activities. This year, Lamel was one of the top candidates to receive this award. I got to talk to Logan about how it feels to be honored by the Ohio Valley Conference.
So I was actually surprised. It was an honor just to be nominated. Only one male-female athlete from Western was even nominated, so I was happy enough with that and proud enough. But just thankful for all the support I've gotten at Western and through my teammates, my professors, my family, friends on the team. So I was just stoked and just happy that I could represent Western in this way, especially joining a new conference. It's a pretty big statement.
Coach Traberka was able to express how proud he is about Lamel's dedication and heart he has given to cross country, saying that he excels in the classroom, in his sport, in community service, and in leadership. Logan has left a lasting legacy on our cross country and track and field programs. That legacy is still being built. With 2 semesters left before the eligibility ends, Logan looks to expand on the 6 WIU school records he has already set. I look forward to seeing how well he can do with his remaining opportunities representing Western Illinois University in the Ohio Valley Conference. Logan even shared some advice to new athletes about wanting to get the same type of success as him.
Overnight. I didn't find a lot of success at Western. My first couple of years here on the soccer team, I didn't play that much. By the end of the season, I wasn't even traveling, so I wasn't even really on the bus or going to games that freshman year, and I had to find other ways to help the team and be a role player. And in terms of track, I was running 4:30s in the mile as opposed to like 4:05. So really the way I got here was just every day I tried to get a little better. Every day I tried to do just a little more, whether it was study, sleep, run, whatever it was, and just stayed with it, stayed consistent.
Awesome. Congratulations, Logan Lamel, for this incredible journey. Reporting for Leatherneck Insider, I'm Aiden Wilczewski, and neck up.
Thanks, Aiden. And once again, congratulations to Logan Lamel on his achievement.
Staying on cross country, the women's cross country team is continuing to reach new milestones. New transfers are making a name for themselves. Our reporter, Abdullah Dukure, has more on that. Abdullah, what can you tell us?
Thank you, guys. Well, when it comes to making accomplishment, the women cross country are no stranger today. Despite being the smallest roster on the conference, the ladies yet are making name for themselves, which include the new transfer junior, Aurora Dominguez. She just broke her best personal by 23 seconds. And the top 5, which include freshman Max Simmons, which I interviewed earlier. I think reached out to the athletic department, but we haven't heard nothing back. However, Coach Brokaw is hopeful to make the top tier of the Ohio Valley Conference. The women have one more race, which is the NCAA Championship taking place in Charlottesville Saturday, November 18th. Can't wait to see what comes out of there. Reporting from Leatherneck Insider, I am Abdullah Musa Dukure. Thank you, guys. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Abdullah, and congratulations to the women's cross country team on their accomplishments this season. We wish them the best at the NCAA Championship.
Heading over to the pitch, even though this season's over, men's soccer player Kyle Owen continued to receive accolades. Abdullah Dukure caught up with Owen to discuss his success here at Western.
As he came to the end of his college soccer career, Kyle Owen took a record-breaking history with him. Owen now have the most games started in Leatherneck history.
It feels great. It's such an honor. Coming in my freshman year, I would have never thought. I didn't even know what the record was, and then after last season, I had an idea. I was like, okay, I'm probably getting close, but just really special. It's such an honor to be the number one person in starts at Western history. It's big. Program's been around for a long time, so it's just a huge honor.
Now one level is done. On to the next. Kyle Owen said he is looking into playing professional soccer moving forward.
So I'm gonna try to sign a pro contract. Whoever will take me, if it's in America, overseas. I just want to be able to say that I took that last step and I was a pro soccer player. I put 18 plus years into this, and I think I have the quality to play pro, and I just want to give myself the opportunity.
You cannot talk about soccer without comparing the greatest player of all time, Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. Owen, tell us who is his favorite.
Messi for sure. There's not even close. Messi's the GOAT. He's done everything. Messi's like a PlayStation player. He does things that no one else has ever done. He's Ronaldo's second best player of all time, but that gap is huge.
After my conversation with Kyle Owen, he said his favorite activity to do is playing golf. Reporting from Leatherneck Insider, I am Abdullah Dukure. Back to you guys on the studio.
Thank you, Abdullah, and we can't wait to see Owen take on professional soccer.
Basketball season is now underway at Macomb High. The girls team tipped off their season on Monday as they took on Allman. The team dropped that game 44-18. Taking a look at their schedule, the girls team plays again this afternoon at home against Illini Bluffs at 2:30 and will then play on Tuesday the 21st on the road against Mercer County. On the boys' side, they tip off their season on Monday against West Prairie. The Bombers will look to build off a very impressive season last year, finishing 25-6 and going 5-0 in the Prairie Land Conference. Coming up next, we head to the national sports level to discuss some NBA and a new episode of Short Takes with Jalen Short. We'll be right back.
Your vision.
My goal is to work at a top 100 television station as a reporter, anchor, and a producer.
Our mission.
Thanks to Western, I have a resume that would beat out most students from the top journalism schools in the country.
This is Western Illinois University.
I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Two rookie sensations are the talk of the NBA here in the early season, and both were on the court last Tuesday as the Oklahoma City Thunder hosted the San Antonio Spurs. Luke Little joins us in the studio to break down what makes these matchups so exciting. Take it away, Luke.
Well, guys, the NBA regular season is here again, and there's two new faces of the season, and they're bringing a lot to the table. Those two new stars are Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama. Now, Holmgren did get drafted last season, but was out the whole year due to an ankle injury he sustained preseason. Wembanyama is the current favorite to win Rookie of the Year, but Chet, he's right there behind him. Both players have a very similar style of basketball, and even though both are over 7 feet tall, they play like they're guards. Both can handle the ball and shoot it well from anywhere. Holmgren and Wembanyama have matched up against each other 3 times so far in their pro career. Once in the 2020 Under-19 FIBA World Cup, where Chet got the win 83-81. They matched up again in preseason, where Chet and the Thunder topped the Spurs 122-121. Most recently, they met last Tuesday, where Holmgren would yet again get the head-to-head victory. With both players being so young and talented, could this be the next great NBA rivalry? The NBA always seems to be at its best when they have star rivalries. Think of Wilt Chamberlain versus Bill Russell, LeBron and Curry, Magic and Bird. Could this rivalry be one of the greatest of all time, or a one-sided affair? Or could this just be another pair of good players that won't turn out to be anything other than injury-prone prodigies? Only time can give us answers to these questions. With hopefully a long career for both these players, we get to see and watch who comes out on top. What about you guys? Who do you think is going to have the better career by the end?
I think it's going to be Chet. I mean, I think with that extra year that he has underneath his belt, obviously I hope they both stay healthy, but that Thunder team with Chet having that experience, I think he's going to be the better player.
I thought it is a great team, but I still think Wembanyama is going to be the better player. He's first overall for a reason, the best in the draft class. You're going to have bad games here and there, so I still think he's still going to be the better player. We now go to a new segment of Short Takes. What do you got for us, Jalen?
Welcome everyone to another episode of Short Takes. I'm your host, Jalen Short, and this week we have yet another 5 topics, so let's get right into it. First, let's talk about C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud is definitely playing great football. He's the leading candidate for MVP right now, in my opinion. He's a rookie quarterback. He knows where to throw the ball. He makes great decisions, and DeMeco Ryans is definitely leading that team, and he's the leading candidate for head coach of the year, in my opinion. If they stay relevant, Stroud definitely has a chance to win the MVP award. Now, let's move to the NFC North and talk about the Detroit Lions. They're playing great. Dan Campbell has that team. They're always playing inspired football. They're a gritty team, and they make things happen. I think they can upset someone in that NFC, maybe the Eagles, maybe the 49ers, maybe even the Dallas Cowboys. Who knows, but I think they will definitely upset someone in the NFC playoffs. Now, let's move to the NBA and talk about Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is top 10, period. There's no other discussions about it. He is tremendous. He's like the new age Dwayne Wade. He's stronger, faster, smarter on the floor. He's a better shooter than Dwayne Wade was. And maybe in 2 or 3 years, he can probably be a top 5, maybe even top 3 player in the NBA. Hopefully it can happen, and I think it will happen. Now let's move to the Philadelphia 76ers and talk about their team without James Harden. They're way better without James Harden. They have a better unit, they have better defenders, and they're more of a veteran team. Tyrese Maxey dropped 50 points last week. Joel Embiid is doing Joel Embiid things, obviously. He's the most dominant player in the NBA, or one of the most dominant players. And that duo right there is tremendous. I mean, the 76ers are way better without James Harden because of that whole debacle that's going on in LA. Now let's move to the best duos in the NBA. Like I mentioned, Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid, that's one. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, that's another one. Dame and Giannis, that's another one. Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, you have that duo as well, even though Klay Thompson's not really a big man. But those duos, who's the best duo? In my opinion, I think it's Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic because they've done it before, right? They won a championship, they know what it takes to get there, and they do everything consistently, and that's what really matters in the NBA. Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode, guys. I appreciate you guys listening. I'm Jalen Short, your host, and I'll see you guys next week on Short Takes.
Yeah, Austin, I have to agree with Jalen Short, Jokic and Murray being one of the best duos in the NBA. You know, Denver Nuggets is one of the best teams in the NBA, and it really shows that good duo. But Jokic is one of the best players in the entire league, and Murray's just helping him out right there.
Well, I'm going to go a little bit of a different route. I think it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, the young pair. I think they're going to grow so much throughout the season. We had a game recently, 35 points from Shai and 31 from Jalen Williams. It's just going to get better and better, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. Be sure to give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok at InsiderWIU to stay up to date on all things Leatherneck. For Leatherneck Insider, I'm Austin Holznagel.
And I'm Ben Polanca. Have a great weekend, Macomb.